Perfect. All right. Yes, now we are live on everywhere. All right, so now we can get our plane started. We're going to go to our chocks, cover protectors, registration channel, turn on our external power. We're also going to put on our headphones, get rid of noise activation, or activate noise activation, noise reduction. Check 1, 2. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If you're watching, let me know. All right, let's go through our checklist. Go to our MFD, go to our utilities. We're going to go to checklists. Before engine start, we did all of this already. Most of it, I think. Done, done, done. Battery 1 and 2 is already on. Generator 1 and 2. Check. External GPU is on. And FTech channel A is right here. So we are good to go. Strobe lights are on. Check. CAS messages look good. Check. Thrust lever is idle. Check. Brakes are on. Check. Engine knob run. Oops, good. Oops, that was a check. Come on. There you go. Engine knob over here. We're going to turn that guy on to run. Hit that button. Okay, I'm seeing positive N1s, but we're good. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. That looks good. IPS. Let's see what's the temperature. Yes, we do need engine IPS. That's anti-ice protection, or ice protections, I should say. We don't have an ECS control unit on the sim. That's already been disconnected automatically. Oxygen master switch on. Avionics initialization. So that's also under utilities. Initialization. System tests.
Higher, 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 higher. Stall, stall, stall.
There we go. All right, now those are done. We can go back. I'm suddenly very dark as well. That's great. Super fun. What is going on with my life right now? Yeah, of course it is. It's like way off. Holy moly. What is going on? All right, hopefully that fixes the camera issue. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Jeez. What is going on today, guys? All right, let's make sure we got our flight plan in front of me here so we can add that, because that's going to be coming up soon on our initializations here. So let's make sure I can see OBS over here. go. Perfect. Okay. So we initialize our fuel. All we got to do is sync our fuel fob so it knows how much fuel we got in our tank so it can send that to the computer. All right, weights should be good. So I got that distracted there. All right, now let's enter our flight plan. So our origin is going to be Bangor, Maine, which is KBGR. And our destination is going to be Yarmouth. Where is it? It's just going to be CYQI. Yarmouth. That's in Nova Scotia. All right. And now we're going to go to our procedures. They're going to add a departures procedure, which is basically going to be BGR, none. What runway are we using today?
Bangor Airport information, Oscar 1700 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,100 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet broken. Temperature -2. 2.10. Altimeter 29.64. ILS Yankee runway 15 in use. Landing and departing runway 15.
All right, 15.
Say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller.
Go back to clearance. We don't have to keep listening to them over and over again. All right, so we're going to load that. We're going to get rid of this mansec because no thank you. All right, now we're going to go to procedures. We're going to go to our arrival. Doesn't look like they have one, so we're going to go back to our approach. We are going to do, I'm saying 24. They're saying RNAV GPS Y6. So I'm going to do it in our flight plan, which is Y24. With a SIGZO transition. We're going to load that boy up. All right, then we do have a couple direct where or en route waypoints to add here. So the first one we're going to add is going to be BGR. Enter. There's duplicates, so we just got to find the right one for us, and that's the one that's right here in Bangor, Maine. Then we're going to add another one, which is going to be CARDA, C-A-R-D. CARDA. And then we're going to add DIRNE, D-I-R-N-E. If you're wondering how I figured this all out and figured out where these which waypoints we needed, this is all done on Flight Planner online, which is on the official Flight Simulator's website. I believe it's just flightplanner.flightsimulator.com. Works really well. It's really simple to just add flight plans to, and you can either directly export those into Flight Simulator 24, or since we're in 2020, I just kind of use them as a reference and do what I'm doing here, which is just enter them manually. All right, and then we are going to add Alec. Let's see, looks like we're coming into an airway here. Let's see if I can add this airway from DIRNE. I don't think I can, though. Insert after. I'm not even seeing load airway, so yeah, it looks like that's not our entryway. Okay. So our next en route point will be this will be our entryway into our Q846 airway. This is going to be Alex, A-L-L-E-X. Ooh, I wasn't expecting this. It looks like it's the same. That's weird. So we'll do that one. And we're going to go load airway. They won't let me. How dare they? Interesting. Let's remove that waypoint and try the other one. ALLEX. I think we selected the top one last time, so we'll select the bottom one this time. Let's see, this lets us load. Yep, this one will let us load the airway we're looking for. And we are looking for, what was it again? Q846. See if you can find it here. Is that it? Is that what I'm seeing there? Q846. Zoom in. Yep, there she is. And we're going to exit that through Vigma. And we're going to load that airway. Perfect. All right, then we're going to load our approach. So we're going to go back to procedures. Oh, we already did load our approach. My bad. So we got Y24. What did we use for a 6.0 transition? Okay, so I want to make sure I had a transition there. Perfect. I think that's going to be necessary for our approach to appropriately calculate our descent. Okay. So we should be good. Approach should end at MEBSA. Perfect. So what we're going to do, we already have 180 knot. Looks like air throttle constraint here in Penla, but we're going to change that to 150. Because I would like to get slower than that at that point. I would like to be able to get slow enough to drop our first set of flaps, as well as our landing gear if we want to. And then at MEBSA, here our final, we're going to put in about 100 knots. Just in case we run into some wind, we got enough power to fight through it, but we're still slow enough to land. I'm not playing on PC, Zed. Sorry, I just caught you. And thanks for following, by the way, Matt. Appreciate it. But no, we're actually on Xbox Series X. Okay, so we got our speed constraints in for auto throttle. Perfect. I do have a mouse and a keyboard though that I use. So I'm basically playing on PC just without the PC power, right? So go me. But yeah, I still pretty much play like a PC. I still got a keyboard out that I use to trigger all my autopilot buttons, and I still use a mouse because it's just easier to maneuver the cockpit and the buttons with a mouse for sure than the controller. Because like this is the controller, and you can see it's just clunky. It's a pain. All right, that should be our flight plan good to go there. So we're going to accept initialization and cross that off our checklist. Oh, that's the wrong mouse. Caps pins are out. Passengers are briefed because we don't have any. Seatbelts are secured. Bleed switch. That's our airflow switch. That's on bleed. All right. Comms are set. Let's go back, get that checked. There we go. We can request our IFR clearance.
Bangor clearance delivery vibes Victor Victor 002 IFR to Charlie Yankee Quebec India ready to copy.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 is cleared to Charlie Yankee Quebec India Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 15 climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Departure
5,000.
is 124.25
They will probably bump us up a bit once we get moving here. But we will start with 5,000.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 cleared to Charlie Yankee Quebec India Airport as filed.
I keep forgetting to change my flight number. This is like flight 4, not 2.
5,000 feet. Departure on 124.25.
All right. I keep forgetting you guys can't see this that well. There we go. All right. ATEN's clearance attained. Altimeter. So they said, climate kit, what to do. Oh, they didn't give me one. That's interesting. Okay, well, you will see what ATES said.
2,100 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet broken. Temperature -2. 2.10. Altimeter 29.64.
2964.
Runway 15 in use. Landing and departing runway 15.
I always forget that part when I do when I'm checking the H's for our runways, that this is also something we need to grab.
Feedback, hold short instructions. Advise control
All
on
right.
initial contact. You have Oscar.
We're gonna turn to ground because they've got our taxi clearance, so we'll stay there for now. And they're pretty quiet channel usually. All right, altimeter's set and checked. Transponder is set. Heading. I'll wait to do that when we get to the runway. We'll check. We'll say check for now. Flight controls are free and correct. Looks good. Trim is set right here to 6 degrees. You can see that right here. Flaps are coming down to 50%. Should go green any second. There we go. Let's see, we are looking at electric roll trim is set. Takeoff go around button pressed. Check. Cast mattresses, probe heat and parking brake, those are good. We can say check. Seats are in their normal upright position. Parking brake is now released. And we're going to check our brakes. Looks good. All right, now we can request taxi.
Bangor ground vibes Victor Victor 002 with Oscar ready to taxi IFR.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 taxi to and hold short of runway 15 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 12.
Hey, Zed, thanks for the lightning bolts too, man. Appreciate it.
Taxiing hold short runway 15 via taxi.
Always appreciate all the support. Appreciate the follows, appreciate likes. We really just appreciate you guys being here. We're not really doing this for money. We're just doing this for fun. You know, if we're going to play the game, might as well play with friends, right? All right, we should be good to taxi. Let's take a look where our route's going here. So it looks like we're going to need to push back.
Bangor ground vibes Victor Victor 002 requesting pushback.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 pushback request accepted.
All right. All right, we got our pushback. We're gonna wait till we get just past where this this taxi ribbon is here. Boom, that's pretty
Bangor
good.
ground vibes Victor Victor 002 requesting the end of pushback.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 request to end pushback received.
All right, let this guy get out of our way a little bit. Probably go back to clearance while we're waiting. This guy's just gonna stand in front of me. That's okay, we can get around him. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this with the way that the camera's all set up or not, but I like to zoom in like this because I want to be able to see. I don't know if you guys can see it over here. I get a good look at my ground speed right here. I can see what my thrust level is, and I can make sure I'm following the correct path here. Quick shout out again to Zed for sending those lightning bolts. Really appreciate that. I think you're officially our first gifter. So huge shout out. Don't think Zed's still here, but hopefully he'll catch that on the when we post the playback. Go a little bit faster than this. We're getting a little slow. Perfect. Looks like we got a bit of a taxi ahead of us, folks. Looks like we got some nicely fresh snow here at Boston, or Bangor, right? Yeah, Bangor, Maine. My bad. I do apologize if I miss anything in the chat during these startup procedures and takeoff procedures. They're pretty intention heavy. So I have a tendency to miss some stuff in the chat. So if I did miss you, I apologize, Said. Let's check those speeds. Yeah, I was going to say that feels a little fast. I like to keep it under 21 knots as much as possible when I'm taxiing, just because that's usually the speed limit on most taxiways. Looks like we're going to have a pretty thick cloud layer to break through. So we're probably going to put on some anti-ice protection for our wings as well, and our windshield. We'll probably put everything on right before takeoff, just so that way we won't get too much icing when we break through those clouds, hit all that moisture. All right. This is the longest taxi ever, possibly. definitely one of our longer ones. We had a whole mile to go through. We're probably getting a little fast too. Yeah. Bring that down a little bit.
Bangor ground generic November 22 Delta Kilo requesting pushback. Generic November
We can
22 Delta
probably
Kilo pushback
tune the
request
tower.
accepted.
We're getting close enough. We're close enough. Maybe not, jeez. I'm just joking. We got plenty of. They won't mind. We're not disturbing them by just being on the frequency. All right, getting close. All right, so now we're gonna go through our checklist real quick. Yoink. Bring this over so you guys can see it. There you go. I'm failing at this, guys. I'm sorry. There you go. All right. Departure briefing, check. Let's try that again. Check. Landing lights are on. Check. Probe heat on. Check. Turning on all of our IPS. Whoops, what just happened there? Yoink. Cast matches are off. Trim is at 6%. Flaps are at 50. And we are good to go. Oh, go back up there. Get that done. There we go. All right. We're going to get rid of our checklist because we pretty much don't need them from here on out. I kind of just use them to get us started. Oops. So we're just going to go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Home, map, full screen. Perfect. All right. We are going to request clearance for takeoff.
Bangor Tower Vibes Victor Victor 002 ready for IFR departure runway 15.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 altimeter 29.60 wind 055 at 4. Cleared for takeoff runway 15.
Okay, we're cleared for takeoff. We're going to start entering the runway here.
Vibes Victor Victor 002, please acknowledge.
Whoops.
Cleared
Acknowledged.
for takeoff runway 155 Victor Victor 002.
All right. I'm going to engage our parking brake so we can throttle all the way forward. We're going to get to full speed here, full throttle, then we're going to release our parking brake so we get a nice stable forward thrust. Okay, flaps are already at 50, so we're good there. We're just going to keep ourselves a little bit right rudder. Right rudder. Okay. That's where it gets tricky. There we go. A little too much right rudder there. It's all right. We're off the ground. All right, we got positive climb, so gear is up, flaps are up, autopilot's on, auto throttle's on. FLC mode is on. Nav mode is on.
On 124.25. Good day.
Do a quick comm changeover.
Going to 124.255s, Victor Victor 002. Boston Center, vibes Victor Victor 002 is at 1,500 feet, climbing 5,000 feet.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 Boston Center altimeter 29.60 radar contact. Continue to Vigma.
Okay. So pretty much, I want to say that right now autopilot has mostly control of the airplane.
002 climb and maintain 9,000 feet.
Turn that down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, autopilot pretty much has control of the plane at this point. And we're just letting her take control. She's climbing us up to 5,000 feet. I'll make that 9,000 feet now. And she's also following our GPS route. All right, 9,000 feet. All right, once we break above this cloud layer here, I'll probably turn off our landing lights. Just want to check inside for any icing on the windshield. Doesn't look like it.
Boston Center generic November 22 Delta Kilo is at 900 feet, climbing 5,000 feet. Generic November 22 Delta Kilo Boston Center altimeter 29.60 radar contact. Continue. Generic 2 Delta Kilo climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
2960. Oh, that's not us.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Generic 2 Delta Kilo.
Just looking for any icing on the wings. What a shot, huh? Boom. All right, we're pretty much above this cloud layer now. Figured they'd give us a little bit more altitude than this, but it doesn't look like it. So we'll ask for it ourselves. 3,000 feet should do it.
Boston Center, vibes Victor Victor 002. Request 12,000 feet.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
All right, let's see if we can get the rest of the way above this layer.
Victor Victor 002, please acknowledge.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Vibes Victor Victor 002.
Much better. Much better. Okay. So let's get VNAV set up, since I believe that's going to be one of our main instruments for our landing today. So first off, let's get those landing lights off, because that's going to drive me crazy if they stay on. Boom. Okay. We can also probably turn off our icing, at least for the wings and windshields. Okay. So for VNAV, we're going to go to our flight plan. We're going to take a quick look at our final right here, which is labeled by the FAF down here. And it's at 1,600 feet. So we're going to take our altimeter selector. We're going to select 1,600. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1,400 feet. Oops, 1,600 feet. And then we're going to hit VNAV. Okay, we can see time top descent, which is great. That means that it's calculating a descent profile for us.
Generic 2 Delta Kilo climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Generic 2 Delta Kilo.
Perfect. All right, well, I'm going to jump off camera for a sec, get some coffee reheated and refilled. You guys enjoy the cruise and the tunes.
Victor Victor 002 traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at 9,600 feet. Generic.
Or maybe not. Because once again, we have somehow disconnected from Companion.
Traffic is 8 o'clock 4 miles at 11,400 feet. Vision jet FS50. Reports are in sight. Generic 2 Delta Kilo has the traffic.
All right, now let's see if this works again.
5s Victor Victor 002. Goodbye. Moncton Center, 5s Victor Victor 002, 12,000 feet.
5 Victor Victor 002 Moncton Center altimeter 29.65 radar contact. Continue. Victor Victor 002 descend and maintain 2,100 feet.
Descend and maintain 2,100 feet, 5s Victor Victor 002. 123.9er vibes Victor Victor 002. Goodbye. Moncton Center vibes Victor Victor 002 2,100 feet.
Vibes Victor Victor 002 Moncton Center altimeter 29.67 radar contact. Continue.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway 15 approach. Vibes Victor Victor 002.
Vertical track.
Vibes Victor Victor 002. You are 500 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 2,100 feet. Altimeter 29.66.
Climb and maintain 2,100 feet. Vibes Victor Victor 002. Yankee Quebec India traffic vibes Victor Victor 002 is clear of the runway.